If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference. Become a moment maker and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Welcome back to another episode of TSP.
Hello. Oh my God. I love that. I love that afterburner, man. I love it.
What's up, fellas? Today, Richard and Richard. Andrew always changes his name.
I
So
know, dude.
he's Richard today.
Dude, I gotta keep it alive, man.
Today we sit down with Brian Tracey, who was a Marine, a 3-8 Marine.
Hoorah!
Understand?
Hoorah.
Yeah, he's a warrior, man.
Welcome, sir.
Third platoon badass. That's what he is.
Ain't a killer. But
We all looked up to him. All of us. All of us little boot campers. We all looked up to Brian.
Oh, now that we're a little bit farther out, we used to sit there and take that extra 3 months in than the other people had. We took it so serious. You're a junior Marine.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, boot.
Oh, boy. All right. Before we get started with Brian's story, I have a couple announcements to make. September 7th, a big fundraiser for Minutes Wisely. I have two separate families. One lives in Houston, Texas. One lives here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Both veterans. One's a Navy veteran. One is a Army veteran. They both have sons with major health issues. The one in Houston, I'm pretty sure everybody knows him because he hangs out with President Trump quite often. DJ Daniels, we are going to send DJ and his father to Detroit, Michigan, where he is going to be sworn in as an honorary police officer in my hometown, Dearborn, which is right next door to Detroit. Then the next day, I'm going to entertain him and his father at Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns football game. Super excited about that.
Ooh, my Browns.
The next family we are helping out.
I know Brian's got something to say about that because he's from Ohio.
The Ashers. The Ashers live here in Murfreesboro. They have a boy. He is 9 years old. He had brain surgery back in March. He had a tumor removed, a massive tumor. And just since March, the tumor is starting to grow back already.
Damn.
So whatever money we generate on September 7th will go to helping these two families out. The trip for DJ is already set in stone. Now we're just working on doing something really cool for the Asher family. We want to really hit it out of the park for this family because childhood cancer is no effing joke, man. And I can't imagine what the parents are going through. It's scary shit. So we're going to do whatever we can do to help them forget about being ill for a few days. And that's what we do at Minutes Wisely.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, that's all the announcements I have. World, please, and if you're listening out there, please meet Brian Tracey, 3-8 India Company Marine, amazing guy. He's got a great story. I've known him for God, I've known you since 2005.
God,
A wonderful man.
2005, yeah.
I don't know. I can't say anything more good about this fellow right here, because he's a
Hey,
great guy. He was.
Andrew,
Thank you very much.
did he
But
haze you? Did he haze you?
did
I was
Brian?
one of.
Did you hate? Nah,
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
I
I
don't
don't
think I
know if he
used. Yeah,
did.
I
No, I
don't
got
think
my
you were involved
hazing
in
from
my
second
hazing
platoon.
sessions. I think like
John
Becker and all
Bouchard,
them. Yeah,
John Bouchard, Adam Fishbach.
yeah.
I remember we were at CAX before we went to Ramadi, and I shot outside my left lateral limit because I was a machine gunner. And I remember who was that? Who was that squad leader? Oh yeah, Stockton. He grabbed me by
Stockton.
the fucking yoke. We were on Machine Gun Hill, and he grabbed my yoke and he threw me off the gun down the mountain, and I was the ammo bitch for the rest of the day.
Was that the CAX that we got evac from?
Yes, it was. And that's when
Okay.
JJ fucking wore sweatpants underneath his camis.
Lance.
Remember that?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
JJ, we love you, dude. We love you.
He's a heat casualty, and then we ended up getting evac because of that snowstorm.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was
But
with
hey,
that was the first trip to Iraq prior to the workup for the first trip for
was that
Karma.
the first one or the second one?
Yeah, I think it was the first one because Gunny Ball was there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Gunny Ball.
My bad. Then it was the first one. Sorry, guys. My memory is starting to dissipate.
I
But
mix
Brian,
stories up all the time.
dude, this is your show, man. Tell
Oh
us who you
man,
are.
it's
What's
a lot of
up?
power, man. What's going on, guys? So, my name's Brian Tracey. I am an Ohio native, just south of Cleveland, in a little town called Medina.
Oh,
Yeah,
OH.
IO. Yeah, I tell you what. Hopefully, the family that's going to that Detroit Lions Cleveland Browns game is a Browns fan, because I don't know, we might do something. We say that every year though, so I wouldn't hold too much
Well,
weight to that.
you have four quarterbacks to do something with, so
We actually have five. We have five.
5.
So take your pick on which one you want to injure, because the one behind it's probably a little better.
Yeah, I'm just
But
curious
yeah,
what they're going to do with Deshaun Watson this year.
Oh man, come on! You have another
hopefully,
podcast. You can
hopefully
talk sports
Hey,
nothing.
all the time in the
he
nosebleeds.
started it.
So, I'm from Ohio. I graduated in 2003. I,
Shit.
yeah, graduated in 03. Went to boot camp in 03, August of 03. Um, did my boot camp over in Paris Island. Correct boot camp, the only boot camp. Um, we went. I went to SOI after that over in good old Jacksonville, North Carolina, and then I joined the fleet. I want to say it was, gosh, well, we did a workup for our first Iraq trip, and that got interrupted because we were on ACM. I don't know if they still do ACM now, but ACM used to be like a QRF for the nation. Each battalion gets a little time where they're on ACM, and if anything kicks off in the world, that
They're
battalion
alert.
that's on ACM, yep, they got to be able to be on base in wheels to Cherry Point to go fly out somewhere. Um, and on our last day, we all thought it was a drill. We got called up on ACM. Um, went out to Cherry Point. They said, well, we're just going to fly you guys down to Florida. You're going to get on a ship, and you guys are going to cut squares around Haiti. So we're like, all right, this is pretty cool. It interrupted our workup. They said it'd be no more than 2 to 3 weeks, and then you guys will be back here. So we went out there, and I guess Haiti, they had a President Aristide was getting overthrown. He actually got exiled out of Haiti, and we were going in because the UN were doing food drops, and the local gangs were coming in and wiping out everybody, taking all the food from the food drops and then taking it back to their town. Um, so they actually said we're no longer getting on ship. We're flying straight in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. We're gonna do a little bit of regulation. It was actually an HA mission, a humanitarian aid mission. But I actually managed to get my first combat action ribbon from Haiti. So we went there. They accidentally sent all our bags to Iraq on a plane instead of sending it to Haiti. We landed, no gear except for what we took on the plane with us, because they had to bring all the gear on a separate
Jesus,
load.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, first 30 days there were with no changes of clothes. We didn't take a shower for the first 30 days. You want to know what our first shower was? Our first shower, we're living under these little cami nets on the tarmac out at Port-au-Prince Airport. 30 days in, we got our first shower. They had us stand on one of the lines, and they drove a fire truck past everybody, and they only had enough fresh water to do 2 passes. So they passed us.
What?
They blew everyone with the fire hose, and everyone lathered up, and then they turned it around, and they came back, and they rinsed you off 1 pass. That was
Jesus.
our.
And you call this the best branch of the service?
Because we didn't bitch about it. That's
right.
why we're the best, right?
That's right.
I was thankful for that shower. So yeah,
Jesus.
we did Haiti. Let's see, my roommate. Everyone thinks combat in Haiti. We actually got in a few firefights when we were down in Haiti. One on a patrol. I don't know if you guys want to go into all that now, or if you want to go all that stuff later. You let me know
Your
if you
show,
want to
man.
deep dive.
Sure,
All
show.
right. Yeah, we'll just tell my story and we'll try to
Yeah.
get it as accurate as possible.
Right on.
So, after the first 30 days, we launched for foot patrols out of the airport, and then after that first 30 days, we went and stayed at the Prime Minister's actual mansion. They were having some of their security guards that would get yoked up and murdered, and then put right back in front of their house, and like they'd send a taxi, and they'd just leave the dead body laying in front of. Can I get that graphic on here?
Oh yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
just make sure we're not gonna violate any TOS terms of
Definitely
services
not.
or anything. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
We don't care
So
about
they'd good. So they dropped the dead bodies off in front of the Prime Minister's house, kind of to try to intimidate the new guy that was getting ready to come in. So they moved us out there. We stayed out there. We started launching patrols, and I'll tell you what. We went on this. It was our first patrol out of there. We're sitting there, and like all the lights in the neighborhood got cut out while we were patrolling, and we kept walking. We didn't know any better. We didn't, it's Haiti, crappy electrical grid, whatever. And we were walking along this house, or down this road with a bunch of houses, and they got this cement wall that's probably about 5 foot high. And all of a sudden, there was, I believe it was 2, maybe a third one, but for sure there was 2 spots where we were receiving gunfire from this building that's like 100 feet away from us. And there's just AKs just opening up on us. So everyone turns right, contact right. And we had a full-size platoon plus attachments on this patrol. We were loaded. And this is everybody's first firefight. None of us had been to Iraq yet. And I want to say we dumped about half of all the ammo that the entire platoon had, plus weapons attachments. We dumped everything into this house.
Nice.
So we took our first contact. I'm not going to get into my individual actions on it, but the thing with Haiti is we were there on an HA mission, so we can't go kicking in doors and raiding houses and being offensive at all. Everything we did had to be a defensive posture. So we had to break contact after we neutralized the threat, go back to the Prime Minister's house, and then we had to launch a whole nother patrol to go back out there, do a quick BDA, a battle damage assessment. But we also had to link up with their police force in order to do that, to keep things as, I guess, legal as you could. By the time we had sent that patrol back, they had welded the doors shut, cleaned up every ounce of brass that we had shot. Lights are still all out, and there was 2 blood trails leaving the rooftop. So we don't know exactly what had happened, if we had killed people, wounded them, what have you. But I know once they were in there, the phone started ringing in there, and it was just really weird, kind of creepy. Now they do a bunch of like voodoo and black magic and all that stuff, but that's a whole separate story. I guess we can get into that later. That was my first combat action. That was Haiti. I'm not gonna dissect all of Haiti for you guys, but I did. We got my roommate Corporal Paish. Remember him?
Jeez, yeah, I love that guy.
He was my roommate. He got shot by a 9mm in Haiti. Went in one leg, grazed his nutsack, stopped in the other leg. Yeah.
Jesus.
So he got to return a little early. Our 3-week trip to Haiti ended up being about 4 months. It bumped us out of our next deployment, which we were actually on a workup for Iraq. 1-8 took our spot. I don't know if that was a blessing or not, because if we would have stayed on that, we would have been that push through Fallujah. They were nearly deemed combat ineffective when we finally arrived to relieve them. So,
Yep.
you know, some Marines take pride at seeing the most combat. You know, some Marines are thankful that they didn't have to see the most combat. But that push through Fallujah, which we still saw a very large share of combat.
Yes, we did.
When we were in Karma. But I mean, it definitely, all my boot camp. There's 2 of us out of my whole, not boot camp, out of my SOI class. Only 2 of us went to 3-8. Everyone else went to 1-8. So
Holy shit.
a lot of the people that I went to SOI with didn't come back, and they were all with 1-8. So again, blessing or curse, I don't know. For right now, I'll count it as a blessing. So that Haiti deployment kind of put us into the Karma deployment instead of doing Fallujah. So now that's where we're at now. My story, I guess. We did a workup. You came in right after Haiti, correct?
I came in December 17th, 2004. You guys were on leave, and I was put. Staff Sergeant Santiago, Staff Sergeant Modesto were our incoming staff sergeants,
Okay.
and we were there for like a week. Nobody was there, and then you guys all showed up, and then we went on leave for a week, and then we came back, and shit, we were in Karma in January 2005.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
drinking with Siler, with fucking Siler, Casey, Stockton. Like they were so cool. I thought they were like the coolest guys. And then you guys all came back, and that fucking changed. Because
Yeah,
then
they're no longer cool because they couldn't
we
be
were
cool
all the
with you
boot
anymore.
campers, and we all got hazed. All of us. We all
Yep.
got the shit kicked out of us, and I loved every minute of it. It was awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for that.
Hey, we didn't have it as bad as some of the other guys, though. I'll tell you what. Remember Schroeder?
Yeah, Corporal Sugar. Yeah, with
Yeah.
the hair thing. Yeah.
He always told me about, they rolled him up in there's some wrestling mats on the 3rd floor, Spoon Hour and all them, rolled him up in that, and they tossed him off the 3rd floor balcony while he was wrapped up in wrestling mats. I don't know if that's a true story.
Yeah.
But
Dude, I was
yeah.
Scythe's roommate, okay? Corporal Scythe.
Yeah.
I was his roommate when I
Oh,
got
yeah,
there.
he used to fuck with us all the time.
Dude, that guy, I would sleep on the catwalk because he would lock me out of the room because he was in with a girl.
Damn.
He would lock the room. I wouldn't be able to get in, so I'd have to sleep on the catwalk. It was horrible.
You didn't have a key?
Oh yeah.
No, he said if you came in, he would kill me, and I was kind of scared of him. I mean, I'm
Good old
26, 27, and this guy, he looked at me like he wanted to fucking like take my head off, like kill me.
good old HP 155. That was the building number.
I love, dude.
HP
I was on the second
155.
deck, man. I miss that building. I do.
So
Dude,
yeah.
I had to stand at parade rest for Saunders, Lance Corporal Saunders.
Okay.
I had to stand at parade rest for him because when I got there, he's like, "You stand parade rest." I'm like, "Dude, we're the same. We're like the same rank, man. Why? Why?"
Here's what screws me up is I re-enlisted, so I went to 1-4. So I have a
What?
whole nother group of people. Yeah, I have a whole other group of people. I can't remember if it's Saunders. If I'm picturing Saunders, if it was from 3-8 or if it was from 1-4. We're doing their twins.
Saunders is he's the guy that got yoked up by NCIS at a company at a battalion formation for
Okay,
beating the. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the corn-fed mule from Kentucky, from Paducah, he's trying to get added back into the 3-8 India Company Facebook page, and I don't think he's gonna get. I don't think he's gonna get in.
He's not making the cut.
I don't think he's gonna make the.
Oh,
He's trying to friend. He's trying to friend me again. I'm like, nope. Sorry, dude.
our battalion commander for 3-8
Oh God.
when we were in Haiti. No, not that one. I know which one you're thinking of.
It's not.
Colonel,
Wait, you guys had a different battalion commander?
for the Haiti deployment, it was Colonel Berger.
Oh,
At the time, it was
Berger, the
Lieutenant
Commandant
Colonel
of the Marine
Berger.
Corps. Yeah, that's right.
Became the Commandant of the Marine Corps. So
David.
that was
Yes, David.
that was.
Yes, and he's the one that got rid of us too. By the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3-8. We cased our
Oh, yeah.
colors
Yeah, you're right.
2021, and
Yeah.
Berger was Commandant then. I'm like, damn, dude, no love. Come on.
But it's kind of cool though, right? Like at the same time, like
Yeah.
not many units have been decommissioned. I think it was it 2-7 or 3-7? All the 7th Marines.
Yeah, I think so. 1-9.
They were decommissioned and then brought back. So
Yeah.
I think it adds a little glory to our unit.
We've been decommissioned and brought back like 5 times since 41.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. The bastard childs.
That's right. In case of war, break glass. 3-8. Boom. Right
3-8's
there.
here. We'll show up. So
We'll show up.
We showed up to Iraq.
What's
We did.
what's 3-8's most famous battle throughout all of history?
Oh God.
Now I would say probably the battle for Ramadi.
I mean, yeah.
I think Guadalcanal.
Saipan, Guadalcanal.
I'm horrible at my history with the Marine Corps and my units, and like a true Marine, all of our Navy corpsmen will outdo us when it comes to our military knowledge and our Marine Corps knowledge. Doc Lanning.
Oh my God. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Let me see. Battles for us. Battle of Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Saipan, Tinian, Okinawa, Lebanon.
Tarawa.
I thought, maybe Tarawa and Guadalcanal. Maybe those are the best ones. But like Brian Tracey, I mean, he was Operation Just Cause in Haiti, right? Is that right? Operation Just Cause?
Operation Secure Tomorrow. Secure
Tomorrow. Damn. Sorry.
Yep. Operation.
And then
Secure
Operation Iraqi Freedom. I mean, you got two operations under your belt.
Yeah, I got 2 full-scale operations. I didn't do the Afghan deployment though.
Yeah, you got out. When did? Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So how was? Tell us about, Karma. Like, how was
Karma,
that? Like
Iraq.
as a 3rd platoon guy.
So Karma, Iraq for us, we were headquartered out of it was like a satellite camp of Camp Fallujah. I don't remember if Michigan.
ITR. It's Iraqi training something, right?
It was called Camp Delta.
Okay. Oh, us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Camp Delta. You were like,
Camp
you were the
Delta.
next. You were the next building over. That's right.
Yeah,
Camp
we were
Delta.
over in Camp Delta. That was either, I don't remember. I'm gonna confuse my routes. That was either Chicago or Michigan, or I forget which one was Ramadi and which one was Iraq. So, or not Iraq, but Karma. I think it was Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yep.
Because
So we're off to
Michigan was. Yeah. Michigan was Ramadi.
okay. Right off route Chicago. While we were there, that was we would be out there for I think about probably at least 30 days before we do a 3-day rotation back to Fallujah for a little bit of R&R. While we were out in Camp Delta, we had OP1, OP2,
OP2
um,
Alpha.
yeah, 2 Alpha, and then there's a few other ones that popped up for short periods of time. Um, God, we so we definitely cleared Karma one time. I remember that in the beginning with the whole leaflets and stuff like that. That was actually really uneventful clearing Karma. Everything else that happened in Karma ended up being just really sporadic throughout, through our foot patrols, but not during the push or the actual clear. But that's where God, we did a lot there. Um, Gosh, I remember the worst day that we had in that Karma deployment was it's actually a couple days. We had there was the CIA had somebody that was MIA for years, and they thought that the body was up just to the north, I want to say northeast of Karma. And so they sent us second platoon. I know we had a certain mission. We were going out there looking for any, burial spots or what have you. Um, to this town right outside of Karma that has not had any military presence. Um, Driving in there, I think we took an IED or two, nothing catastrophic. Um, we went out there, had us walk around for a while. We went through a bunch of houses, found some, small little weapons caches, but we posted up in a house and kind of turned it into a patrol base for about like 3 days. And while we were out there, we sent a vehicle mounted patrol out. I think that was second squad or first squad. I don't know. I remember Steve Thompson was in that one.
Yeah. Probably.
But they hit one of our Humvees with a pretty big V-bid. It's actually that video is on ogrish.com.
The dump truck. What? The dump
No, it
truck.
wasn't. No, it was one of those little white taxi cabs.
Oh, the bongo. Oh, yeah, the bongo truck. Okay.
Yeah. That blew up. No, like there were some Purple Hearts in that one, but there wasn't no KIAs, no, just a few WIAs. But I think they were all from that specific event were all right and didn't have to be pulled out of country or anything. Because of that, we ended up closing down the road and creating an ECP. We set up an ECP, and I got to really think about some of these just so I don't misspeak.
I know.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
this is a long time ago. Set up some ECPs, and the chatter that all the intel that was coming in was they were hot that we were out there in this area. And so we were on edge while we were out there. We did have a bad shoot. Someone didn't stop through the ECP, and we had a bad shoot. There was a husband, wife, and 3 kids in the back, I think. Husband and wife, I think, passed. The kids were wounded, but they all made it. But that bad shoot caused a lot of turmoil. And after the bad shoot, they had us pull out. So they can't. They just wanted us out. Now, since we had the bad shoot, this is with our favorite lieutenant colonel now. They wanted us to do a dog and pony show to reenact the bad shoot.
Yeah.
And so
Hearts and
3
minds.
days later, 2 or 3 days later, just to go reenact what had happened, we went back out there and just went over everything. And on our way back, we ended up getting hit. There was 5 triple stacks of IEDs daisy chained together. I think only 3 of them went off. 2 of them didn't. That's when we lost Corporal Olson.
Yeah.
That's our motor T flipped up, did a 180. That also sent half of my platoon back to Camp Fallujah to recover and recoup because the whole 7-ton flipped. Corporal Wilson was the only one we lost. God, I remember Staff Sergeant Gans was pretty messed up, running around.
Yep.
Hopped up on morphine afterwards. But they all, that Phoebus I think ended up going back home on that one, or we lost Phoebus for a while at least. I don't think he came back the rest of that deployment. But
Yeah, Phoebus.
yeah,
Yeah. That's right.
Ralphie, I got to thank that guy. He kept me from getting messed with when I first got in the Marine Corps. Him and Mendoza. They watched
Mendoza.
they
God.
they watched out for me. They wouldn't let anybody else, Scythe or
Yeah.
any of them, really mess with me.
No, Henry. Henry. When we had him on the show, he was talking about that too. And I don't know. I just you guys, third platoon. You guys saw shit. You guys saw a lot of shit, both
We
in
saw some stuff.
Karma and Ramadi. I mean, but Ramadi, we
Yeah,
all saw
Ramadi.
shit. We all got fucking
Ramadi
our asses
definitely.
handed to us.
So, yeah, Karma, I forget the battalion, the total on that trip. I think we lost as a battalion, was it 13, 14?
What people we lost?
Yeah.
We lost 8.
Okay. So that one was 8.
And then we lost 17
in Ramadi.
in Ramadi.
Okay. Yeah, the numbers, I'm horrible with numbers.
No, I remember going. I remember after we got out, we had this huge reunion for 3/8. It was in D.C., Arlington. We went to all the graves, and I just did I had to do a lot of research on like who died, and yeah, it was 17 from Ramadi and 8 from 8 from Karma.
Yeah. Amen to them. Amen to them.
That's a lot.
A
Yeah.
lot of our friends. Yeah.
One's a lot,
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, Karma. That was our craziest day in Karma, was that pushing out security. We had people laying on top of triple stacks, not new Marines. Hey, Marine, go there. Like, oh, there's some ground that's been moved. We're gonna go lay down in this little ditch that's been dug, not realizing that they're laying on top of 3 buried
Jesus Christ.
155 rounds, with wires going into it. Yeah, I remember when I think it was Lance that was laying on that. If I'm not mistaken,
Was
it
it
was
Webb? Was
JJ
it
that was
Webby?
laying it.
Was it Webb?
Oh, good old Webb. No,
Staff Sergeant Webb. I think he's
don't know.
Master
He's Army
Sergeant
now.
Webb now.
Oh wow,
He's in the Army.
good old Webb.
Good old Webby.
Good old Webb.
Sorry,
So
Fleet.
yeah,
Webb is he was a great. Webby is
the most
Webby is a
disgruntled
Marine's
looking
Marine.
Marine.
That
He looks
guy.
like he was around for Ton Tavern. He's the most disgruntled looking person, but he's got the sweetest heart.
He was so angry all the time. What?
Fucking me. Fucking me. You fucking me. That was Webb. That's my Webb impression.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
So yeah, Karma, Iraq. We did a lot out there. I'd say contact contact there was not nearly as much as Ramadi. I'd say Ramadi, whether it was post or patrol, Ramadi was probably every other day. I would say Karma would be, the map, the Battle of Ramadi. Oh yeah.
I can get you one, man. Switzer, he's got an extra one, and if
Okay.
I'll tell him to give it to you, or I'll buy it from him and I'll just send it to you.
Okay. I'll send my address. Whatever I get.
Right.
So yeah, Karma, I would say if you were to put it into combat frequency, I would say maybe once or twice a week there. So it was definitely not near um, the level of Ramadi at all, but it definitely had its own things. Let's see. So we had a boot drop when we were in Haiti, and it was like the last, yeah, okay. We had the boot drop but they showed up to Haiti for like the last few. Oh, you made it into Haiti?
I was just yeah, I mean, after, I mean, I didn't go to Haiti, but like I was the boot drop. Like after you
The,
guys got back, that was, are you talking about another boot drop before
we had a
you
boot
guys
drop
came
in
back?
Haiti when we were in Haiti before
Oh,
we
in
came
Haiti.
back. In Haiti.
That was Saunders. He got
So
there 2 or 3 weeks before I did, or maybe like a
that
month
was
before I did.
Giannetto, Perez,
Yeah.
Palladino, Thompson.
Yep.
They all came in then. So interesting fact is they were dropped. Perez, he's just, pretty
Yeah.
boy,
I'm Facebook friends with him. Yeah, he's a big dude.
athlete, big dude, on top of his shit. So, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be team leader and all this stuff and squad leader and all that stuff. But they put this boot drop in, and this boot got put as my squad leader, um, for that first Iraq trip. No hard feelings. Great decision. I would rather be a team leader. I was I was team leader through all that, through the Iraq stuff. I was good. I was happy. I was team leader. I think at the end of I was team leader in Haiti as well. Um, but it was funny because me and Perez became the best of friends when we were in. Remember DJ Ivy, DJ Boogie,
Oh, yeah.
Ivy, me, Ivy, and
Donald
Perez,
Ivy. Oh,
Donald
God, I
Ivy
miss that guy.
Jr. Um, so we became the best of friends. But so that first Iraq trip, after we got over all the drama between the whole, I'm squad leader, no, he's going to be squad leader, he's squad leader. Perez was my squad leader. Um, we got some great stories of me and him sitting in a post together one time, and we were short staffed, so a team leader and a squad leader on post and all that stuff. This was at Camp Delta. Um, we got hit with a mortar attack one time, and then RPGs, and me and him were sitting in post together. Actually, he wasn't sitting post. I was sitting post. He was coming and checking on me like a good squad leader.
Like a good corporal of
Yeah,
the guard or sergeant of the guard. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he was a lance corporal too. He was a lance corporal
Lance
squad leader.
corporal of the guard.
Uh, he sat down and we were sitting on these buckets, and my post got nailed with this RPG, and me and him just got knocked completely backwards, and we just both like start looking at each other and laughing. Uh, that me and him were lucky. There's another time we didn't get injured at all. I think we were pretty built up at Delta 'cause the mortar attacks and RPGs were happening all the time.
You got
Um,
mortared every day.
every day you'd be sitting there pissing outside, and you'd hear a little rocket.
Boom, boom, boom.
Um, yeah, that place is pretty built up for mortars and all that stuff. And me and him just, little ringing in the ears and just laying on our asses, just kind of just laughing about it. We didn't see where it came from. Everyone else wanted to shoot back, but There's another time with me and him where we should have got blown up by a V-bid over by the Lollipop.
Yeah.
And
Lollipop. Oh
yeah,
boy.
we're on foot patrol. And Karma is a town. It's a market town, market based.
Ugh,
There's usually a bunch of vendors out
marketplace.
on the street, and that marketplace was dead. And we're on foot patrol, and there's a orange and white taxi cab just sitting. I don't know if they're all taxi cabs or just an orange and white beat up hoopty that if you've been to Iraq, you know what I'm talking about. Um, its rear end is sitting way low. It's textbook vehicle borne IED, remote control detonated, and we actually had EOD with us on foot patrol, and so we set this 300-yard cordon around it. Everyone, trying to do all the textbook whatever, and they still wanted confirmation that it was a vehicle borne IED, and we had EOD looking through some scopes and stuff like that, trying to see into the back of the vehicle from elevated positions. We had some more EOD on the street. But Perez and I, so it's on the street and there's a wall that goes along it, and then there's another street with a wall that went along it. So me and him are trying to climb up to that other wall to get a little better view into the back end of that car. But we're really only now 50 feet from it though, so like we're danger close. And I remember I picked Perez. I have Perez step up on my knee, and I'm trying to push him up onto this wall so we could see down into it real quick. And then they blow this IED, and Perez goes falling down to the ground. 100% okay.
Jesus.
But a rule for our platoon for our Karma deployment is you don't want to be in attachment with us because all our attachments end up getting hurt. Our EOD attachment, I think they ended up taking his leg on that one. The people that were being safe and doing everything right, they're the ones that got hurt. Perez and me, who's sitting there 50 feet from it trying to sneak a peek in something, we're perfectly fine, Yeah, it was just the good old
You
days.
know,
I
hey,
miss Luis.
hey, I did a lot of stupid shit on that fucking first deployment, and you know it because you know, I got drunk fucking at Camp Fallujah. I fucking got attacked. We got attacked in February. I remember that one, where I hid behind a telephone pole instead of hiding behind fucking dirt on patrol. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I know you remember this because
Oh yeah.
it's Stockton's favorite story to fucking tell, and
Good
mine
old
too.
Stockton.
I had no idea what I was doing. I was stupid. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get behind this fucking telephone pole, and maybe they went fucking I won't get shot.
But you
And
learned.
it's lucky I didn't get shot.
But
I
you
mean, I
learned,
got
right?
shot at, but I didn't get fucking hurt.
God, I'm trying to think. No, the sniper stories for that's Ramadi. Never mind. I'm trying to
Um,
remember all my stories.
no, that's well. Hey, listen, Flegel gave me all of your guys' pictures, so it's all in my cloud from Karma, Ramadi, and the Mew. I got everything from Third Platoon. So if you need anything, I'm tonight after the podcast,
I got
I'm
put
gonna
on
go and try
Fleagle's
and find some shit for you.
I think I'm attached to Fleagle's Google
Oh, do
Drive.
you have that too?
Yeah. I
All the
just
all the all the
it
horrible
doesn't
stuff,
yeah.
all
It doesn't
the all that
it doesn't
stuff.
have my footage though, because I was the camera dude. I have camera with me all the time that I could.
See, I see, and that's what saddens me. I didn't bring my camera. All you guys got all this like awesome footage, and I didn't bring a camera at all.
The
Like
footage though is never of me. It's never of me because I'm the one recording it all,
yeah,
I
that's right,
gotta I
that's
gotta
right.
find a lot of that.
I mean, I'm seeing all this footage from like all these boot campers that are like in Syria and Afghanistan, and they've got like these really, really awesome videos. And I'm like, it wasn't like that. That wasn't like that for us. I mean, our shit's grainy. Our shit is fucking.
Yep.
I mean, it's not director quality.
It was the first version of a digital camera
Yeah.
at the time, and I did for the Ramadi. deployment, I ended up having a DVD camcorder, like this is one of the small ones.
What?
It was
Really?
top of the line, yeah. And
Nice.
the battalion made me take it when we'd go on HVT, the high value target
High value.
raids and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
or when we did our census ops, because they wanted me to film the inside of everyone's house that we went into. So if we ever had to do a hit on it, we had video footage.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that a lot of my stuff ended up getting deboed for part of the deployment. I probably have a bunch of discs sitting back here that are probably should be classified, but
Oh, dude,
I don't know.
all the shit that Flegel has, that
Yeah,
shouldn't.
yeah.
It's not made for the public at all
No, the
because
public would lose their shit.
we would probably go all of us go to Leavenworth for what we have or what we've seen.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's that bad, guys. Don't come after us, please. Please don't come after us.
There's a lot of
But
stories I would love to tell. I just can't tell them because today's climate, they couldn't grasp it. They
No, hell
couldn't be
no.
okay with it.
Yeah.
You
oh,
that should not say low power on me.
oh. Well, hey, Brian.
I
Sorry.
got 20 more minutes. I got 20 more minutes at least.
Okay. Well, good because we're getting it towards. We're at 53. I loved your two deployments already so far. Great. Fleek is riveted. I can see him. Maybe we can do a second one
All right. I'll
on
do a second one.
Ramadi.
Yeah,
But
let's leave Ramadi all to itself because
yeah,
that
let's
really
leave Ramadi
outweighed
to itself. I hope you're coming to the reunion, the Ramadi
this year.
reunion.
Oh,
It's
the one that Jocko's doing?
the one in January, the one at Fort Bliss, the Jocko. Yeah, exactly, that one.
The Jocko. Okay.
Um,
I want to. What's the RSVP on that one? What's the deadline on that?
you have until September 21st. I think it's $50.
Okay.
My wife and
Okay.
I are going. It's January 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Okay.
Where's it at?
It's in Fort Bliss, Texas. So Jocko, Echelon Front, and SEAL Team 3, Task Force Bruiser Commander,
Mm-hmm.
and Ready First General McClintock,
McFarland?
McFarland, yeah, General
McFarland.
McFarland. They're hosting all these guys you see here. They're all coming. So you get Keystone, the guys from Pennsylvania. You got Ready First. You got 3-8. You got 1-6, 3rd ID, and a bunch of Ranger battalions and shit. So it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to go.
You know what blows my mind is Jocko, Chris, Kyle, and all that stuff.
They were with us.
We worked hand in hand with them, and they weren't who they are because they were becoming who they are now.
Exactly.
You know, and like you start hearing all these stories. That's a whole nother story because there's a bunch of drama in there too with
Yeah.
I don't know if you've kept up on all that stuff, but
I've heard some. I've heard some whisperings.
yeah, there's some whisperings going on about some stuff, but yeah, it's crazy, like these. I don't want to say iconic military members that came out of there. You didn't realize you were with them the whole time,
No. Dude, I didn't even know until 2 years after the fact. I'm like, oh shit, they were with us?
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, do you remember June? Let's see, what is it? Take down that. So when we took down the hospital.
I forget the date, but yeah, I remember the hospital. A few articles on that actually.
Raid on the Blue Mosque. Oh yeah, 3-8 Marines liberate Ramadi Hospital. July 5th, 2006.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's crazy. I mean, and those SEALs were fucking making sure that we fucking didn't die. Which, by the way, I almost died, like going through the lobby of the hospital because Brandon Solo had an ND right behind me. And so he's going down the hall, big Brandon, he's like this. and
Yeah.
he hits the trigger, and it's like ricocheting all over. And I look behind, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?"
I that that compound, that whole medical compound, I was pinned down on a rooftop. That's a whole nother Ramadi story.
Yeah.
So
No, let's get
we'll
into
save
that.
that.
We want to. I know Fleek and we want to hear like how where'd you go and where'd you get healed? Like, cause
All right.
you said you were going through a bunch of stuff, and I know
Yeah.
I've seen from some of your posts, but then I don't know, you went somewhere, and tell us about that.
So yeah, I was a big badass Marine. I never had any PTSD issues my entire life. Used to make fun of people who would ever say PTSD or claim PTSD. They're weak, what have you. Um, I I'd never had any issues, and then I ended up getting a job one time doing hazmat cleanup for a company here in Ohio. This was 2020, um, and I was there for a couple months. I never knew fully what this job was going to entail, but that was during COVID, and after COVID, we were doing all these spray downs and decontaminations. We were cleaning up oil spills, more like chemical, environmental stuff. We were doing to clean up and then getting rid of the stuff. I never knew that suicide was part of our job description. And one night, I got called up on a to go clean something up for Norfolk Southern, and I get there and it was for a suicide. I had to clean the train from this guy that decided to line up in a 3-point stance and go head on into it. And at the time, I mean, it was no big deal. But when I was cleaning the front of this train and like you're holding like chunks of hair and you know, brain matter and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of like a weird feeling, but I didn't think anything of it until I got home that night. And I looked at my fiance and I was like, I don't feel the same as I did before I went to that call. That was all I said, nothing crazy. And for the next 3, 4 months, my life started going downhill. And I didn't realize it was happening, and I didn't realize what was happening. And it got to the point where I couldn't even go to work anymore. Um, and I feel like it was a trigger, maybe of stuff that I had hidden for so long, from when I was in, the the blood, the guts, all that stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know what it was. Um, but something mentally had just made me just spiral, I guess. Never had like an alcohol or drug addiction or anything like that. Thank God I never had to go into that. But I stopped working. That's how I got into the flag business because I needed to make some kind of money. Um, and I I started feeling uncomfortable in my own home, just being by people, and for no reason. No one was making me feel uncomfortable. I found a sense of discomfort though being around anybody. Going to a grocery store, I just didn't want to be by anybody. And that led to me secluding myself because the only sense of comfort was seclusion, being away from everybody.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was only like 6 months. My fiance says it was damn near a year. Um, I would wake up and go to sleep in my garage in a sleeping bag, isolated. Pretty much me and you first started talking again, that was me I was in a low spot. Um, I hide it very well from everybody, but
I didn't
I,
know.
yeah, I had a beautiful lady upstairs in my bedroom, who would go to bed every night without me because I was sleeping in my garage because that's being in my garage away from everyone was like my only way of feeling comfortable. And
Yeah.
that went on for a while. I knew it was weird, but I didn't care. By then, I had already started seeing the VA. They started giving me medication. I didn't care what was going on. I knew it was weird, but um, I started up on all their medications. It just made things, it made me not care about anything, but it didn't fix anything. So I still took the medication, and then my fiance was like, "This has got to get fixed." And she reached out to my dad, and my dad talked to her and my uncle. And my uncle I haven't seen in my life since I was a child, but they were all concerned, and they reached out because he knew somebody who has a program called Horses for Heroes. It's in New Mexico. They call it the Cowboy Up program. Um, they do a phenomenal job of what they do. It was all free, except you have to find a way to get there. The program's free, your food, your lodging, everything's free. They only do, they do more, but if you're doing it as a group for like a decompression thing, but for like these severe cases, they do a max of 2 people. They match the 2 people up to see if they'd be compatible, and you're in this ranch in the middle of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Beautiful. And it was life changing for me. It started, I was able to establish living a life with a schedule, um, because I was all over the place doing my own thing when I wanted, how I wanted to. So it kind of it provided structure for my life,
Yeah.
for the time I was out there. And it starts with you wake up in the morning and you go out and you do the ranch chores. You pick the stalls, you feed the horses, and then you go out or you go back. Everyone cooks breakfast together. Great experience. They teach you how to ride the horses, and not just basic, you know, basic riding lessons. Like we actually um, went out, and I mean we went miles and miles and miles through the middle of the desert. I guess you'd call it desert out there. Um, Went and messed on some cattle ranches with some things. Went and it's right over by it's so there's a huge movie set where they filmed the movie Rust, where Alec Baldwin
Oh
ended
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where he
Yeah,
allegedly, yeah. Okay.
so
Yeah.
that ranch is right there. So we went out and got to hang out at that town. Couldn't That was an active scene at the time, so we weren't allowed to mess with any of that. But like, if you're just trying to think of like old Western, this is as old Western as it gets where you're at. Um, while you're there throughout the week, they do some things that build upon each other to kind of get you to open up and all that stuff. And then they bring in the horses so the horses, they actually sense, um, they can feel your vibes, they sense your emotion. And it was cool to sit there and talk with. I'm not going to say she wasn't a therapist, but I'll just use that for lack of better terms. Nancy, she would sit there and talk to you. You do like your therapy with her, and then she'd have you go and work with the horses, and the horses can sense kind of what you're going through, and they actually start providing a lot of comfort with you. Um, and it just kind of makes you become a lot more one with that horse. And you get your own horse for the whole time you're there, so you kind of build this relationship.
That's
Um,
cool.
but it was a great experience. Glad I went and did that. I came back, and I don't recommend doing this, but I cold turkey quit all my medications. Um, I was on 4 different medications, and I quit all of them cold turkey. Went through brain zaps. I didn't know what that was, but I got to find out. Um, Took a couple months to get through the emotional roller coaster, but ever since then, um, I, I've been off all medications for 2, 3 years now.
Me
So,
too. I
uh,
I got a similar story because I did Save a Warrior, came back, and I was taking trazodone, metrazapine, citalopram. I was taking all those. You probably were taking
Mhm.
probably the same. And after I did my program, I did the same thing, cold turkey. I
Mhm.
haven't had that stuff in the 5 years. I haven't had any of those meds in 5 years.
Some
It's
people will
just,
blow the brains out doing a cold turkey, so I don't
I
recommend it,
know.
you know.
Yeah.
So it takes a certain type of person to be able to stop that cold turkey.
I, it just, I was just looking it up on Facebook, and it looks really, really cool. And I'm gonna be posting about it in a little bit, and so is Sleek. Brian, you okay?
So, yeah, yeah, I'm still here. I'm just sorry trying to make sure my time.
Oh yeah. Well, to save time, because whoa, what's going on? Okay.
Sorry, I should not have done that.
No, that's cool. No, dude, you're awesome, and you're a great
I don't want
flag
to cut out
maker.
on you guys.
And you're probably running short on time. Um, Fleek, you got any saved rounds? Because I don't have my questions, and maybe we get the questions on the next time we
Oh,
do
you didn't
him.
bring. You
Yeah,
failed. You
Huh?
failed.
we could go in depth next time.
Do you want the questions? Do you want them right now?
Yeah, give me a question, man.
All
Eh,
right, I'll give him the question.
give me a question. Yeah, give me
I'll
at
give
least
you a
one.
question. I'll
If
give
I
you a
cut out,
I'll
I
give you
cut
a
out.
question, Sergeant. Hold on. All right, so all of our guests, we get two questions. One, pick a number between. What's your favorite number between 1 and 10?
Oh, I thought you were gonna go higher than that.
No.
Favorite number between 1 and 10. We're gonna go with 4.
Ooh,
Ooh, ooh. And that correlates with a question that I have
I
here.
like four.
Here's your
All
question,
right.
Sergeant Tracey. Can you tell us about a time when you witnessed extraordinary courage or camaraderie among among our fellow Marines?
Courage or camaraderie between my fellow Marines. Um, yes, I'm gonna go with Gunnery Sergeant Terry Ball.
Good. Good
Hoorah,
answer.
love him, rest his soul. His
God rest his soul.
passing, yes. His passing, he didn't have to be the guy that was checking that out, that IED. So we lost him in Karma. We saw a possible IED. We halted the convoy. He went out and checked the IED himself instead of having some Lance Corporal get out and go check that hole out. Um, he could have easily had just, I think, God, I think he could have had, I think it was Kuhn was with him too. I think
Yeah.
Kuhn would have been normally the guy that would have ran out there and done that.
Yep.
And he didn't. He got out and he protected everybody by instead of sending someone else out there. And I think that was a selfless act. Some people might say that nobody should have been doing it. That's neither here nor there. Because you got to get somewhere sometimes, and you got to get there quick. You can't always coordinate. It's the risk we take. Can't always coordinate off, call EOD, and just halt what we were actually
Yeah.
going to do. So um, that was a crazy moment where I think courage was definitely displayed, and a bunch of thanks and gratitude should be given his way. And
Yeah.
he went stateside, and he did not make it when he was. I think he passed at Bethesda. I think it was right
I think
after
he.
President Bush actually awarded his Purple Heart to him. But I think he was in a coma. So
Yeah. And then I think he passed like 3 months after that or something.
yep, he actually came out of the coma from what I remember.
Yeah.
And a couple days later, after he came out of the coma, once he found out he lost his leg, he ended up just passing away. So
We honor him. Yeah. I mean, you just honored him. I
I think
know.
you're the second person that honored him.
Yeah. We a lot of the 3A guys they remember Gunny Ball. I do too. I mean,
he was a tough
he
guy,
he was a
very
tough
strict.
fucking gunnery sergeant. Holy
Hmm.
shit. And scary as fuck.
Yep.
And his primary MOS, I remember asking him, I'm like, Gunny, what was your primary? And I remember him telling me, I'm a 0341. I'm like, fucking Mormon.
All right, question 2. What is it?
That was it.
Before we power out here. Oh, I thought we were good. All right. All right, I'll take it. We'll do more
But
questions
yeah,
next time then.
Yes.
and he's got he's dedicated. I mean, he's got a whole little section and the whole building, Pizza Hut at Camp Lejeune.
Yeah.
It's dedicated to him, which I was
But
just there in February. Very cool.
Didn't they change the name of the center that was named after him? The Gunnery
It was,
Gunnery
yeah, the
Sergeant
old
Terry Ball
NCO
Center?
club was turned
Yeah.
into the ball center. And then the ball center got wrecked by a tornado.
Okay, that's why. That's why.
And it's not even there anymore. Like that club, like it's gone.
Yeah.
And that's when I picked up Corporal. They took me there to get me drunk as shit, and then they fucking kicked the shit out of me after I picked up Corporal.
Remember
Like I
Webb getting
couldn't,
found in the ditch?
dude. I was kind of like Webby. Like seriously, like they remember because when you pick up Corporal, they hit you in the side of your leg. Dude,
Yeah.
I couldn't walk for like a week because of that shit.
I remember Webb walked to the NCO club and got drunk, and they found him passed out in a ditch. I'm pretty
In
sure
his
it was
car.
No, he wasn't in the car. He was just in a ditch, passed out.
Did Webb also ruin a statue
I don't remember that one.
at Camp Lejeune, like with a car, like he ran into it or something?
I don't think
I
Webb
heard a
ever
rumor
drove.
that he did.
I don't
It
remember
could be.
Webb
It could
ever
be. It's
driving.
just a rumor. It could be just a rumor.
Could be a rumor. Could be a rumor.
But no, I mean, that was great. I mean, Gunny Ball is the definition of courage. So that was a good one,
Yes.
Brian.
All right. Well, thank you,
We
sir.
can thank him because he definitely displayed it. So
Yeah. Leek, you got any saved rounds for
No,
us
man.
before we sign off?
I want to thank Mr. Tracey for coming on and joining us.
Thank you, Brian.
no,
Thank you so
thanks
much.
for having me.
Yeah.
I
Thank you
definitely
for
want
having me.
that flag. $130
All right.
You just send me an invoice and I'll pay it right away.
All right, I'll
And a
shoot
part
you one
2.
after this, and then what's that?
And a part 2.
Yeah, and a part 2.
We're doing a
You're
part
just
2,
gonna sign
for
up
sure.
for a part 2, and we'll be good to go.
Yep, send me that link to sign up, and then we'll
Okay.
get
No
after
problem.
it.
All right. Sounds good, sir.
All right, guys, have
Thanks,
a great
guys.
one.
Thanks, Brian.
Stick around for one
Thanks,
second
Leek.
after we hit the stop button.
All right.